For as long as anyone could remember, Skylands was protected by the wisest and most powerful beings of all, the Portal Masters. And the greatest among them was Master Eon. He and his Skylanders protected the core of light. For centuries, the core of light had enriched the world, holding at bay the darkness, the ultimate force behind all evil. But now, Eon was the last Portal Master, and growing weaker with age, he knew it was only a matter of time before the darkness would return. Master Eon, those clouds, is something wrong?
Have you ever known dark, boiling, ominous cloud to be a good thing, Hugo? Take your station, Hugo. Skylanders, the darkness has come. Prepare for battle!
Behold, it is I, Chaos! Long have I waited for this day to take my revenge! Soon you will all bow down before me! Chaos! K-A-O-S!
Chaos! I might have known. And what happened to your head? It looks ridiculous.
What?
My head is awesome, I tell you! Fear it! Fear my giant floating head!
See? I told you the head isn't scary enough.
Silence, Clubshanks! You're spoiling my evil mood.
You thought you had banished me to the Outlands? I, Chaos, have returned to destroy the core of light and rule Skylands as its emperor. And you are so old and weak now, Eon. There is nothing you can do about it.
I've told you before, Chaos. You and the darkness have no power here.
Oh, is that so? We'll just see about that. Minions?
Skylanders!
Okay, I worked it out. We're losing. Maybe we should go to Plan B.
No, Clumshanks. I have a much better idea. Initiate Plan Z!
Not the core! No!
Master Eon? Anyone? And that was the day the core of light was scattered to the far corners of the universe, and Skylands lost its greatest protectors. But there is more to their story. As the Skylanders were drawn farther and farther away from the magic of Skylands, they began to shrink until they reached your world, waiting for you to find them. And Master Eon, he survived the blast, but was changed. He became a spirit. Though without his body, he couldn't fight chaos and the darkness. But now we have you, young Portal Master. thank the portals we made it back in one piece. So as you can see, with our core of light destroyed, Skylands is in great danger. I'm sure that tornado was no accident. This is clearly the work of chaos.
Chaos. Oh, that guy really grinds my gears. If you're taking down chaos, you can count me in.
Glad to hear it, Flynn. Callie agreed to help too.
Callie? Ah, Callie. Well, I've heard some things about that gal. Interesting things. If she's involved in this, count me double in.
Splendid! When you're ready, go with Flynn to perilous pastures.
I'll prep the balloon for takeoff.
And if you bring back any more of those sheep, I'll never forgive you!
Well, without a doubt, that was the lengthiest cutscene I've ever seen. Heyo, YouTubers, welcome back to Let's Play Skylanders Spyro's Adventure. I'm WhiteBladeZero, and if you don't know me, you will. So last time, we pretty much got started with the game, and pretty much saved all the Mabus from, well, being sucked in by a crazy mad tornado. In this episode, first off, I'm gonna show you this huge area. This is pretty much the main hub of this game. You'll find yourself being in this area quite a lot. And believe me, you'll be going here quite often. Now this here, I don't know exactly what it's called, but it's a very big tower that has different elemental symbols on it. That means you'll need a certain Skylander of a certain element to destroy the bottom block. I don't know. Kinda bumbling on my words, you know. Yeah. So, what we need to do to take this down is pretty much we need magic, water, and then tech. In that order. So, no, you can't really cheat. So let's go to our magic Skylander. That's Spyro in this case. And boom. Alright. Then, back to Gilgrunt. And lastly, our tech Skylander, Trigger Happy, whom I've named Trigger. If you recall last episode. Whoo-wee! Look at all that moolah. Crazy, 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 ain't it? Yeah, you can tell just from Trigger's laughing that he's crazy. That's probably how he got the name Trigger Happy. And I don't blame him for thinking that. Now, right now, we can't really go to a lot of places, because, well, there's not really much else for us to do out here. We could destroy all these to get some extra money, but there's really no other reason to. Just, if you're not quite used to the way your character works yet, you can just fool around out here in the hub world until you're used to them. That'd be a pretty good strategy to use. You know, just so everything's on the safe and sound on the ground thing. Alright, so now that we're all done fooling around, and now that after we've seen that lengthy cutscene, let's get on with the game.
Yeah, I'm sure Callie will be thrilled to meet me. And who can blame her, huh? So, you ready to shove off, you big sky what's-it? Yep, I'll have this Callie eaten out of the palm of my hand in no time. And who can blame her? I mean, look at me! Boom! You see how I was able to hit that? That takes years of practice and skill. I know, amazing, right? Well, you can thank me later. So hey, I think we should find this Callie as soon as possible. It's just not fair to deny the girl the pleasure of meeting me. I'll scout from overhead. Meanwhile, you see if you can find her on the ground.
That's kind of unusual if you think about it, considering we're Skylanders and we're stuck on the ground. You see something wrong with that? Anyway, here we are in Chapter 2, Perilous Pastures. And believe me, well, every area in this game's pretty huge, and they just get larger as the game goes. And I'm gonna call another interruption by Eon.
Different areas of Skylands have different elemental energies. When you switch to using Skylanders of the same element in that area, they will have extra power and reap extra rewards. Skylanders of the tech element are stronger in this zone.
That's a new feature. From now on, every area in each level will have, well, sort of a different elemental boost for a Skylander of a certain element. So I guess it's a good thing I stuck with Trigger Happy, because, well, let's face it, he is a tech Skylander, and this is a tech-friendly zone with a tech elemental gate. Now, I am aware that there are a lot of other Skylanders out there in the world, or rather just out there to buy, because, hello, they're toys with apparently intelligent microchips in them. I don't know how that works. But in any event, we got a couple new enemies here. First, we got Chompy Pods. These things will spawn Chompies infinitely until you destroy them. And we got Drow Spearmen. The Drow Spearmen, they're pretty much a bigger threat because they're not that strong, but they got quite a long range. So you're definitely going to want to take them out first. Now, one thing that you could do is you could actually leave the Chompy Pods alone and just attack only the Chompies. Sure, they only give little experience, but hey, that's one way to get some extra experience, right? But I'd rather not waste time doing that. I'm just going to stick to the coup de grace and just take out the pods right off the bat. There we go. And just like that, Trigger Happy's already almost ready to level up. Now, the highest level a Skylander can go is level 10. So once you're at level 10, there's really no point in collecting any more of the experience stuff. I don't know what it is, but as we saw in that long cutscene, they apparently eat it. So they not only eat food to restore themselves, you know, heal and everything, but apparently they also eat these sparkly things that their enemies drop to get stronger. Do these guys have bottomless stomachs or something? I wouldn't put it past them. And believe me, this will be a long project, but I imagine it won't be too long. I'm hoping to do at least one chapter every episode, but that really depends on how long I take on each chapter. Thank goodness for timers. Alright, and down you go, buddy boy. Or buddy girl. I suppose it would make sense the Chompy Pod was a girl, because you know, it keeps spawning new Chompies, so making babies. You know what I mean? Whew. Now I'm thinking what Eon meant by Skylanders of the same element can reap extra rewards. I don't know if that means they get an extra bonus from the treasure chests or whatever, or if it's just I don't know. I really don't know. Sheesh, listen to that guy laugh. Huh, now that'd be a very appropriate hat for him. The cowboy hat. Why not? Give Trigger a cowboy hat. Let's take a good look at him with it. Yeah, forget the nickname Trigger. Let's call him Sheriff. Or better yet, call him Roscoe. Yeah, that's it. Sheriff Roscoe Pico Train. If you know what I mean by that, you definitely know some good quality TV. There we go. Your new name is Roscoe. Geronimo! Alright, another soul gem. This one is for Stump Smash. Now that's one Skylander I don't know about, so I can't really give my 2 cents on him. I'm pretty sure there was something else. No, there isn't. I've already been everywhere. Now that we're done, now that we're all done fooling around here, let's mosey on through the level. Okay, so I believe there's something back here. No, there isn't. That's not a bad idea to check. As you can see, Trigger Happy's kind of fast. Of course, as his stats imply from the last episode I showed you. Well, he is pretty speedy.
You can use the Portal of Power to change Skylanders at any time.
Yeah, like Eon just said, if you don't want to use the same Skylander over and over, you can switch. Which is actually what I think I'm about to do pretty soon. I'm eventually going to move on to a new area in which a different elemental Skylander will gain a power boost. But I don't know, Roscoe's getting pretty close to leveling up. So I think I'll use him. So I think I'll keep using him until that happens.
Skylanders of the magic are stronger in this zone.
Well, you heard it here. Skylanders gain a power boost now. Which means we might have switched to Spyro here. Alright, where's some more? Roscoe's hungry. I don't know if we will switch to Spyro very soon, right now, or... I don't know, Roscoe's very close to leveling up. Well, I know there are going to be a couple of Drow Spearmen over here, so... as soon as we put this turtle back... whoop, there they are. There we go, level up! I'm not sure if you could hear it over me talking, over my reaction, but I'm pretty sure you could hear someone say, level up, when it happened. Matter of fact, I think I'll play back that clip for you, just so you can hear it yourself. Yeah, badass, isn't it? Alright, think I'm all set with Roscoe for now, so let's switch back to Spyro.
Don't dare the dragon.
Now the thing is, for my Skylanders, I'm probably going to stick to using the same ones I've already revealed for now, until the right time where I need Skylanders of a different element. So let's hear what this story scroll has to say.
A note from Hugo says, sheep are among the most feared creatures in Skylands. Those Mabu, having fallen asleep while counting large herds of sheep, often discover their belongings missing when they wake up. When questioned, of course, the sheep never admit to having taken anything.
It's kind of typical for a thief, don't you think? Now this whole sheep thing, I've heard it in another playthrough somewhere on YouTube, from Octane Blue. He's thinking that these sheep are actually sort of a reference to the first Spyro games, the very first ones on the PlayStation 1. Basically the sheep were pretty much for Spyro to heal. Killing the sheep releases butterflies or something, which apparently his dragonfly friend Sparks can use to heal.
Know that you don't have to do this all alone, Portal Master. A friend is most welcome to join you on your quest and control their own Skylander.
Well, what you just said, it's true. You can have a friend join you as well, so you can have 2 Skylanders out at the same time. Well, providing you have a second controller. Now there is one extra area over here which will lead to Legendary Treasure, but I'm actually going to get that later on. Don't worry, I will be getting it in this episode, just not right now. I'm going to stick to the main path. I think we're going to want to switch to Gilgrunt pretty soon. I think we're about to go to water. But first, treasure! Alrighty. I loves my pleasure. So we need a water Skylander to open that gate. So Gilgrunt, it's back to you, my friend.
Beams of fury!
Alright, as you can see I got rid of his hat, because, well, I don't think he really needed it at this point. Alright, so down we go.
Skylanders of the water element are stronger in this zone.
Eon will pretty much keep bringing up which Skylander is stronger in each area, although you can see on the top left corner of the screen the symbol of the element. Obviously that's water, so Gilgrunt will get a boost here. But I don't think it really matters, because I don't believe there are any enemies here. Okay. So we got a block pushing puzzle. You'll find in some of these areas, there'll be plenty of these. Let's see. Whoops, over here, and warp. Over here. We can move on to this puzzle. Although, considering this is only the second stage, I don't think it's really that puzzling what you need to do. So to speak. Okay, I think I'm gonna need to move these back. There. Perfect, perfect. Good, good, good. Good, good. That is good. Yes, 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 that is good. Again, what am I trying to reference with that accent? And another treasure chest just waiting for Papa. For Papa Gilgrunt. Papa Gilliwee. Yeah, had to go back down to get that emerald. Those goddamn 4th Chaos Emeralds. You know, speaking of Chaos Emeralds, this may or may not be news to you, but as of the day I'm recording this, yesterday, the 30th of April, after like over a year of not playing it, I have actually beaten Sonic Generations at last. So, no need to worry about spoilers for me. But, boy oh boy, that Egg Dragoon boss turned out not to be as hard as I thought. I actually didn't die that time, but still, that final boss, whom I'm not going to spoil for those that have not gotten to that point, well, I did die once, but I still made it in the end. All in all, Sonic Generations, of what the...
Of the magic element are stronger.
That was weird. It's like I just warped back in or something. Okay. Do we need to? Yep, we gotta move that turtle over there. Now I could switch to Spyro again, but we'll be getting a new element pretty soon. Very soon, I might add. But first... Alright, get rid of those drones. Or spearmen, technically. Now let's move onwards.
Skylanders of the life element are stronger in this zone.
Life, huh? Well, we'll get to that in a sec.
Hey, I found Callie, and she's not half bad. Oh yeah, and she's been captured by a bunch of evil drow. We gotta save her so she can get on with more important things. Like thanking me. Boom! Over there, that cannon looks like it could be useful. I'll bet if you climb inside the turret, you can shoot the locks on the gate.
Alright, so, life, huh? If that's the case, let's bring some new life in this game. Presenting a popular favorite. Stealth Elf, my life Skylander. Stealth Elf is more of a close combat kind of girl. She's very fast, but, well, I'm not too positive about her strength. Now these two, I think these are like fangs or whatever that she has with her. Don't, you can use those for her main attack. As for the B attack, sends a decoy, so she can vanish. That's actually not a bad strategy to use if you want to catch these guys off guard. Now if you press certain buttons with good timing, you can actually do combo attacks, which you just saw there. Now over there, that's the legendary treasure, but we can't get to that yet. We will soon enough. The timing for those moves are a little bit tricky, but in the meantime, let's hop on this turret thing and let's save Callie. This is pretty simple, really. Just point the Wii remote at the screen, and then use the A button to fire. It's pretty simple. Basically, the bullet, that depends on your Skylander. Since we have life, we're apparently shooting watermelons. How does that even work? Alright, that's done. So now let's finish this level.
Wait, you're a Skylander, aren't you? This is unbelievable! I was just rescued by a real Skylander.
And, me? I helped. Flynn the Balloonist here. That's me at your service.
Charming.
Yes, I know. Must be pretty overwhelming for you to finally meet the best pilot in all of Skylands.
You know, I didn't need any help back there. I had them right where I wanted them.
Sure you did.
Whatever.
Well, yes, ma'am. You are welcome.
Now, just a cotton-picking minute. If she needed to be freed, why didn't Flynn just go to that dock over there and just pick her up from there, huh? Why did we have to go through all that trouble just for that? That doesn't make a lick of sense to me. Does it make any sense to you? Anyway, let's move on.
Back! Back, you vile beasts!
Honestly, Hugo, they're just sheep.
That is where you are wrong, my dear Callie. These creatures may appear to be friendly, cuddly piles of fluff, but turn your back on them and they turn into wretched lint balls with beady little eyes staring at your every move.
Sorry about the lint balls, Hugo, but we were able to rescue Callie.
Actually, it was the Skylander who rescued...
Oh, Callie. Stop with the praise. It's embarrassing, entirely appropriate, but embarrassing.
Hey, could we please get on to the important things? While you were all away, I found the old blueprints for the Core of Light. The ancients used them when they first built it.
Wait a second, I thought you said you built the Core of Light.
Well, yes and no. Yes, I said that I did, but no, I really didn't. The old core was used to repel the forces of darkness. If we can rebuild a new Core of Light, it should stop Chaos from his wicked plan to rule Skylands. And then we can focus on getting rid of those villainous sheep. The Far Viewer will help us find the parts we need to rebuild the core, but this cursed overgrown bramble is blocking it off. Could you assist us, Great One? Clearing the bramble could give us a clue to the whereabouts of the eternal sources we need.
Yeah. We'll get to that in a minute, you crybaby. But before we get there, we have to go back to the previous chapter and get the legendary treasure. But how do we do that? Do we talk to Flynn again?
Clear a path through the bramble.
In a minute, Eon. No. Just press the plus button and go to Chapter Select. That's how you can go back to previous chapters you've been to already. So let's go back to Chapter 2 and I'll meet you guys where we're supposed to get the legendary treasure. See you guys there. Alright, so along the way we did get a little experience for Stealth Elf and a bit of extra money. Now this is not quite as obvious as it seems, but in order to get the legendary treasure, you need a live Skylander and walk right to this point. Technically speaking, this would be a life elemental bridge, or gate, or whatever. Yeah, I think it's elemental gate. But apparently the game programmers kinda missed this one. Or they didn't want it to be so obvious.
Skylanders of the light element are stronger in this zone.
Now I don't think there are any enemies in this area, but if there are, we'll find out soon enough. In any case, using a life Skylander is the only way you're gonna get over here and collect this legendary treasure. The Enigma Pig. That looks more like a sheep than a pig. Worth 100 gold. Well, that's very worth it. Unfortunately, going for the legendary treasure kind of disables you from getting the water gate. But honestly, I think going for the water gate first is a better option, because that way you can. It's pretty much not too hard to get back to this point and just get to the gate. And I think after all that, I think Stealth Elf might level up pretty soon. But be careful, if you go down the legendary treasure route and go back this way, you'll initiate another cutscene, so best avoid that. Alright, so now all we gotta do is just finish the level again, and then we're out of here. Again, how do we shoot? Why are we shooting watermelons? In any event, that's pretty much all we're going to take care of today. So in that event, next time on Skylanders Spyro's Adventure, we'll clear away that bramble like Hugo wanted, and then eventually move on to Chapter 3. Until next time, YouTubers, on that note, I take my leave. Thank you for watching.